So, a warm welcome and a big hello. My name is Dr. Lauren Davis. I am the founder of Latch Nourish Thriving and the author of Thrive Mama, the Ultimate Postpartum Blueprint. I am so glad that you found your way to this page. I have put together what I think are some of the best resources for moms. I'm also a mom, just like you. I know exactly how overwhelming and transformative the postpartum period can be, and I'm here to help you navigate it with confidence and ease. I want to share a little bit about me so that you get to know who is on this journey here with you. My name is Lauren. I want to share a little bit with you about my story so that you can understand what got me here to helping exclusively postpartum mamas. So, I am a US trained osteopathic physician, meaning that my journey to helping postpartum mamas started long before I became a doctor. It began with some of my own health struggles and the discoveries that I've had with them. So in college, I was an athlete. I was one of the best at what I did as a pitcher in the nation. I was passionate about improving my performance and getting all of the pieces in place to be able to perform at the next level. And for me, a lot of that was performance nutrition. But yet, despite eating well, I couldn't understand why I constantly felt drained and depleted. Despite all of my concerns, I was often dismissed. I was told that these things were normal, that it was related to the amount that I was training, and it wasn't until I made it through that and to medical school where I finally convinced someone to test me for celiac disease. And the results were undeniably positive. So I had gone through years of unexplained weight loss and essentially intestinal misery to be left until I could diagnose myself. When I finally got that diagnosis and went gluten free, it helped. But I also realized that there were other foods that could trigger my symptoms. When I brought these concerns up, I was told that no, celiac disease is only against gluten. That can't possibly be true. Well, I went on a journey of discovery to really figure out why these other foods were also triggering my symptoms. And this is when I learned about functional medicine, when I learned about things like leaky gut syndrome. And through elimination diets, through different gut healing protocols, I finally found lasting relief of my symptoms. Then I got pregnant. I was in residency training. I was under a lot of stress, and I got pregnant with my first son. During my last trimester, and during that fourth trimester postpartum, all of my symptoms of celiac came flooding back. Despite being gluten free, despite being on the supplements that had helped me in the past, I couldn't figure out why this was happening. And for me, anytime I can't figure out why something is happening, I take a deep dive into all of the research and all of what we know about human physiology to really start discovering and putting pieces together that really haven't been put together before. And for me, I feel like I really uncovered all of the reasons why so many moms have the saying that I've never felt the same since I was pregnant, where the symptoms started at the end of their pregnancy in the immediate postpartum period. And then these symptoms linger for months, sometimes years and decades for the patients that I've seen in my clinic. And that's when it really became my mission to help postpartum moms reclaim their health. This journey led me to uncover how interconnected our physical, mental, and emotional health are postpartum. And this is why I've created the Thrive Mama Blueprint. This phase of life should be a foundation for our well being. Yet it's a time when women often feel dismissed. They feel left alone to navigate their struggles. They feel that they're not getting the support that they absolutely rightfully deserve, the way that our current healthcare system is set up. It's my belief that no one can show up as the best version of themselves, whether it's for their self, for their family, their career, or their dreams, if they don't feel their best. And our health as mothers is the cornerstone for raising a healthy next generation and thriving children. So it became my mission in my life to really bring light to this time, to look at all of the principles, nutrition, detoxification, nervous system regulation, energy based healings, and bring this through the lens of osteopathic medicine and functional medicine into the space for postpartum healing. I focus on holistic root cause solutions to help postpartum moms heal their bodies, restore their vitality, because when moms thrive, everyone else thrives too. I am so glad you are here, and I can't wait to take that first step towards feeling your best postpartum. I want you to know, now more than ever, you are not alone. Your health matters more than you could ever imagine. It is your health. It's a mother's happiness that is the best predictor of our children's success in life. In this video, I'm going to share with you the things that I discovered and why our postpartum period can feel like such a roller coaster. How your brain and your body are changing in ways that we can actually see as empowering. So, when it comes to our health, one of the first things that I like new moms to know is that their brain is changing. All of the weird things you're feeling in your body are real. You're not crazy. You're getting what we call neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the ability of the brain to change its wiring and adapt to a new life situation. One of the biggest times of rewiring that happens in our life that we all think of is puberty, when we get that big hormone shift. But when we go from being pregnant to being postpartum, we experience the biggest shift in our hormones that we will experience in our lifetime. We go from the highest estrogen state to, when we are breastfeeding, the lowest estrogen state we'll experience until we are postmenopausal. This hormone shift is responsible for triggering a lot of the effects of neuroplasticity. It's helping you become more attuned to your baby. It's helping you to enhance your ability to detect things in the environment, step up the mental load of caring for little ones. And it's also increasing your sensitivity to the environment around you. Why do we do that? Because we now not only need to keep ourselves safe and alive in this environment and detect threats around us, but we're also now responsible for another being that is 100% dependent on us. While this can be an incredible gift, it also comes with challenges like heightened sensitivity, feeling overwhelmed or triggered as we deal with our own traumas from childhood, and how we are able to deal with that increased mental load and the stepwise planning of the future so that we have a safe environment for our baby. So if you have felt more emotional, if you felt more scatterbrained, if you felt more forgetful, it's not just you. Your brain is adapting at an incredible pace. And it's also rewriting a lot of what we call the subcircuits in our subconscious mind. So when we think about the way that our brain works, we have the automatic processes that happen in the background. This happens in our subconscious mind. So when we think of our mind, a lot of times we think about conscious thought. We think about thoughts that happen, arise, things that we need to plan, things that we need to do in order to take action in the world. That is only a small fraction of our entire brain power. We have our subconscious mind, which runs in the background. If we think about a computer system, our conscious mind is what is on the window in front of us. Everything that's running in the background, everything that happens automatically, is within the subconscious. And our subconscious is what is rewiring the most during this time. It needs to find triggers for not only us, but our babies to keep us all safe as we move forward in life. When this is happening, sometimes we can get what I like to refer to as cross wiring. We get a new system that's triggered, right? A new automation that goes off based on input from our environment. And our subconscious mind triggers it because it's looking for new connections. When this happens, we get things like intrusive thoughts. Those thoughts that we may bring harm to ourselves or our babies are simply these triggers going off. And if it helps you to know the numbers, over 90% of new moms report having these symptoms, these scary thoughts. What I think is important to realize is that we have the power to change these circuits with our conscious mind and with our subconscious mind. We can build new habits. We can create new mind maps and change the mindset that supports our rebuilding and supports our well being. Happiness is a choice we get to make. So when we can learn to have these choices, when we can learn to build our new brain that is our motherhood brain, we can adapt to any situation. But in order to do this, we need all of the building blocks in place that it takes to make this shift. So for me, that's the increased nutrients that we need after pregnancy to rebuild, that is getting any of the toxins out of our body that may interfere with our hormonal signals, that may interfere with our mood, our energy, and our focus. And it's building new connections, whether that's deeper connection to self, whether that's connection to our community, connection to our family, our baby, our purpose, our sense of self. All of these things are better when we meet the nutrient demands of our body. We can increase our mood, our energy, our focus. So, we're going to take a dive in together so that we can really understand each of these components and why it's important to address after we have baby. I hope you are ready for a journey that challenges normal thought process about postpartum health. Because most of what I have put together is not mainstream medicine. And for me, that's okay. And if it's okay with you, I invite you to jump on this journey with me.